Hi, lifestyle lovers. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is being safe and germ free. In this video, I am going to be using chalk paint for the first time. I am going to take my son's old dresser and I'm going to refinish it with the chalk paint. He's had this dresser for quite a few years and I've been wanting to refinish it for quite some time now. I bought the paint from Amazon months ago, but there's no time like the present. With all of the extra time that we have on our hands, I am able to complete some projects that I pretty much had on my list. So if you're interested in seeing me refinish this old dresser with chalk paint, then keep watching. Okay, lifestyle lovers, the first thing that I did was I removed all of the dresser drawers, and I am going to lightly sand it with this 220 grit sandpaper. It doesn't need to actually be that high in grit, but in sake of me not having to go out and get any more materials to complete this project, I am just going to use what I have at home. So here I am going to lightly sand down the dresser and the dresser drawers. The main purpose for sanding, lifestyle lovers, is to focus on the imperfections in the furniture where the wood is chipped or there are dings. As you see here, you want to make sure that you sand those areas down so they're nice and smooth and the paint will easily be applied. Okay, lifestyle lovers, the chalk paint that I am going to be using for this project is the Rustoleum Age Gray. And this is how it looks. I'm just stirring it because I have had this paint for months, lifestyle lovers, literally months, probably about 6 months. I ordered this can as well as the clear coating from Amazon months ago, and this was on my list of projects to be completed. Now I'm getting it done. If you are interested in this paint, lifestyle lovers, I will be sure to include the link in the description box. So the next step that I'm going to do is wipe all of the furniture down with a wet cloth. And this will just remove any of the grit that the sandpaper may have left behind and get the furniture nice and smooth, prepared to be painted. So once I wipe it down with a wet, damp cloth, I'm going to go back in with a dry cloth to dry the furniture down to make sure that all of the moisture has been removed before I start on my project. Okay, lifestyle lovers, in an effort to prevent from leaving the house to get any other materials, I'm just going to simply use what I have on home at hand. It has been recommended that you use a rounded brush or a roller, but I'm just going to use what I have, which is the Worcester shortcut brush. These brushes are really easy to grip in your hand. It's actually what I use when I'm painting walls in my home. So I'm just going to start by painting the dresser drawers by stroking the brush in a horizontal motion. lifestyle lovers, this is what the first dresser drawer looks like after about 2 coats of the chalk paint. However, if you look closely, you can still see some of the dark wood peeking through. I'm trying to focus on those areas so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I am going to go in with another coat just to ensure that none of the old wood is peeking through, and then I'll move on to the next dresser drawer. Another thing I noticed with attempting a chalk paint project for the first time is I was able to cover areas easily when I switch to a vertical paint motion. So I don't know if this possibly had to do with the fact that I'm not using the recommended rounded brush or a roller to perform this project, but I did notice that it covered the paint areas. It covered areas easily when I switched to a vertical motion opposed to horizontal, which is how I initially started. Okay, lifestyle lovers, just to give you an idea of what I've done so far, I have been painting the dresser drawers in intervals. So this is the very first one that I painted, and this one actually looks a lot better because this one I initially started off going vertically, and I noticed that I was covering a lot more area when I went horizontally. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. This is the third one, which I am going to go over that one with another coat, and fourth and fifth. So those I just got through painting, and I'm going to go over with probably about 2 or 3 more coats. I've actually been doing 3 to 4 coats. This one has probably about 3 to 4 coats, maybe even 5, but I may lightly go over that one. But the color is a lot lighter than I expected it to be. I am going to do a clear coat, and I think that will bring the color out a little bit more. But just to give you an idea, this is how it's looking so far. I do not plan to do the clear coat until tomorrow, so you won't see the finished look until tomorrow, but I have not started on the dresser yet. So we're gonna have to go over it more than one time, right? But you see how the brush has an angle? You see, close it on, close like that. You see how it has an angle? You wanna hold it like this, like you're painting, and then you just wanna slide it down. Slide it down. You got it? Okay, let me put you some more paint back on here. So hold the brush like like this. Hold the brush. You see how I'm holding it?
Yes.
Start at the top. You finna have paint everywhere, boy. You ain't really tall enough. Okay, lifestyle lovers, if you don't know already, this is my son. I call him Mookie. That's his nickname. He was really anxious to help, but I think he quickly realized that this was actual work, not really fun, and then he asked could he go back to his game. So I had some help for about a good 10 minutes, and that was it. Okay, lifestyle lovers, this is where I'm at. The dresser drawers are pretty much done. I have not placed the top coat on them yet. I may or may not do that today, I'm not sure, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. You know, the color is not that vibrant. It's an aged gray. This is the color I'm using. If I haven't mentioned it before, it's the ultra matte aged gray. So I don't know, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of the color, but it does indicate that the top coat kind of enhances the color. This is the dresser. I have already placed 2 coats on the dresser, and I probably will place another coat or 2 more coats. But this is where I am so far, pretty much almost done for today. So I may try to finish it up today, I'm not sure, but yeah, so this is what it looks like so far. This is where I'm at. Not bad, not bad for using chalk paint for the very first time. Okay, lifestyle lovers, it is the same day, so I have waited a few hours. It's probably been about 2 to 3 hours, and I'm going to go ahead and go over the dresser drawer with the clear coat. I don't know if I'm going to apply the clear coat to the actual dresser, but I am going to apply it to the dresser drawers. And here I am just stirring the clear coat. It is really like a milky type substance. It's not very thick at all, very watery. So I'm just going to lightly go over it with the clear coat. Okay, lifestyle lovers, it is the next day. This drawer is pretty much complete. My son's room is a basketball room, so I have the basketball handles that I have already installed. If you're interested in those handles, I did purchase them from Amazon, and I will leave a link in the description box. I will tell you one thing that I noticed. When I went back in to put the protective coating on the dresser drawer, it did some of the original color of the dresser, the original wood started to peek through. So I'm not sure why. I know you're not supposed to do any type of rigorous brushing during the clear coating process. So I'm just going to let the clear coat dry, and then I'll go back over it with some more paint. However, if you're looking for a rustic beach type look, then you know you can achieve that and just leave it that way. But I just want a nice clean look like this one, which is completely finished. The look that I am trying to achieve. A nice clean finish where you do not see any of the original wood peeking through. So I'm just going to allow that to dry, and then I'll go over it with more paint, allow it to dry again, and then go over it with another clear coat. And here's the dresser which I had to touch up some of the side over here with more paint. So I'm just going to allow this to dry, and then I'll come back and show you the completed look. Okay, lifestyle lovers, I just want to remind you of what the dresser looked like before I started. As I stated, it is an old dresser. I've had it for a few years. It was a dark wood, and it has several imperfections in it just from simply wear and tear over the years. And this is what it looks like once I was complete. As with any first time project, there was some trial and error, so I did learn some things that I could do if I attempt this for a second time, but for the most part I am really happy with it. I think it really looks great, and most importantly, it looks better than it did before. I thank you for coming back for another video, lifestyle lovers. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe.